Hey everybody, Chuck Shemwell here from Southgate Ford, and I was supposed to go on yesterday with some credit questions or some bad credit questions, but I'm here today to answer any questions. You can just send them in the comments, and I'll answer them if I don't touch base on them in my explanation of things. But about five or more times a week, I get instant messages or emails from people wondering if I can help them get a new vehicle or a used vehicle because their credit is what they say is bad. And they'll shoot out a number at me and say my credit is 570 or 565 and what you really need to know is that your credit score has it's only a part of it. It's not the whole story. When a lender is looking at your credit, they're not only looking at your score, but they're looking at why your score is what it is. So if you're overextended, so you could have a good credit score, but once a lender looks at your bureau and discovers that you owe more than what you're making, that would be considered a bad situation. But if you have a lower credit score and you've made most of your payments on time, and you don't owe too many people too much money, then that would be considered a better situation. So there's more that goes into a decision than just a credit score. So nobody can tell you, hey, Chuck, I got a credit score of 540. Can I get a car? I don't know. I'm not the one that's loaning you the money, but we have to get together. We have to create a story and find out what's going on. So the reason for me coming on is this. I want to help you repair your credit. I have a few lenders, mostly is credit union, that will help you, but there are dealers out there that deal with subprime, which is very bad credit, and they charge a very high interest rate, and they're going to want a lot of money down. So most of those dealers, if you have experienced it already, they're going to direct you and tell you what car you can buy to match what down payment you have. So here's what the lender is looking at. They're looking at stability and ability. And what does that mean? Stability. How long have you been on a job and at your home? That's stability. Ability. What do you make and how and can you pay it back? That's the ability. And they're also looking at collateral. So everybody knows what collateral is. When you have a loan, you have something to back it up. But when a car lender is looking at a loan, they're looking at the collateral. So they're looking at either NADA book or they're looking at Black Book, which is all what Manheim Auction looks at, one of the largest dealers or auctions in the country. And they're looking at, if this person doesn't pay for this car, am I able to sell it at the auction after I repossess it and get my money back? So you can take Kelly Blue Book and throw it out the window. It's useless. But NADA and Black Book is what dealers look at. It's what banks look at. It's what the auction looks at. That is what matters. Those two figures from those two books. So if you go into a dealership and you say I got bad credit, the first thing they want to do is run your credit. Now, here's the way I know this because I managed subprime dealers for a long time down at Jefferson Chevrolet and Detroit 2 down in Redford and 7 Mile and Grand River, and I know what lenders are looking for. So let me tell you this: if you want a car, or you got bad credit and you want a car, if you find a dealership that has CAC, they will loan you money. Anybody, it doesn't matter. As long as you don't owe them money, they will loan you money. But they're going to be writing that car. And here's the thing: if you don't make the payments, they will come get that car, and then at tax time, they will come get your money. They have a whole team of attorneys that are set up to come get your money if you don't make that payment, even after they get that car back. But here's what I want to tell you: when you're going into a dealership and you have bad credit, you have to be serious. Okay, don't come and talk about bad credit and no money down. Okay, because you have to be behind the 8 ball on the value of the vehicle, which is the collateral, if you want to get a vehicle. So say a vehicle is going to book at $10,000. Okay, that's the 120% or 110% of the bank willing to loan on that vehicle, and you're coming in with no money down. That's a bad situation. But if you come in with $1,000, $1,500, or $2,000, now you start talking about what you want to buy and not what they want to sell you. They want to sell you the vehicle that's either the oldest one in stock or the one they can make the most money on you. That's why they're directing you that way. Okay? But you do not have to take the vehicle that they tell you to take. Anybody that has been around dealerships with bad credit knows that what they want to do is they want to run your bureau first thing. Then they want to tell you what cars you can have. Don't go down for that. Save your money, then go to a dealership or just contact me. I don't have subprime lending, but I can certainly send you to somebody that you can trust that will do what you expect them to do and treat you right. That's for sure. But if you think that you are going to get into a nice vehicle with no money out of pocket, with bad credit, like you see in these ads, yeah, you will. But you know what? You'll be bringing it back, or you'll be putting it in a junkyard within 12 months. That car is going to have over 100,000 miles on it, and it's not going to last the term of the loan. And you're not doing yourself any justice by that. And the salesperson or the finance manager at those dealerships don't care about you. They don't care about making your credit better. When I ran the dealerships and I ran a subprime, I made sure that the person understood that the reason you're doing this is to improve your credit. And when you make these payments on time, not for 6 months, this is the story that everybody tells, but you give me a year and a half to 2 years to show that you're doing this on time and you want to make your credit better, then come on back and we'll put you into a better car or a new car. That's what this whole program is about. So subprime financing is going to be a higher interest rate. It's going to be 24.95 or less, and you're going to pay a lot of money for a car that's not worth it. But if you're really serious, save your money and come up with a great down payment, and a good credit union will help you. And they will also charge you less than 10%, and most times if they see that you're trying to fix things. I've been doing this for almost 30 years. I've been in every department in the dealership. I know how to help you. If I can't help you, I'll send you to somebody that can. But I certainly don't want to see you making mistakes by people that are just out there looking at you as a car payment or a house payment or a rent payment. It's not a bad deal to have bad credit. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. I use that in the advertising all the time when I ran subprime dealerships. You know, it even happened to me. I had a house that burned down, lost everything. We had to start over. It's not bad. If you're a person that's trying to make it and trying to do good, they can look at your bureau and tell that. But if you're just somebody that says, you know what, I ain't paying nothing. Forget it. You know, I'm just going to try to get the next guy and the next guy. I'm just going to file bankruptcy on this and that. Then we're trained. The banks are trained to see those kind of footprints, those kind of tracks in your bureau. We can all smell that. So you're not pulling anything over on anybody. But if you really want to get help and you really want to get a nice car and you really want to repair your credit, come see me. If I can't help you, I will show you how to do it. It might take some time, but the reason for you getting a subprime loan or a higher interest rate is to start you on the right path on a vehicle that's going to help you get to work. It's going to get groceries for your family. It's going to repair your credit so you can move on to something better and get out of that negative situation and eventually get into a brand new lease and never have to worry about it again. I'm always here to help. I'm not here to just jam you into a vehicle. Nobody. Anybody that's bought a vehicle from me or leased a vehicle from me knows this is the truth. You guys have a great night. 734-642-6681. I'm always here to answer questions. If you need a price, be clear on what you qualify for. Be clear on what you're looking for. I will be clear with you. Sometimes I might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm going to tell you the truth and what you need to hear. Chuck Shemwell, Southgate Ford. You guys have a great night. God bless. Hope to hear from you soon.